So let's just dive right in. Have you ever been there? You're studying Mandarin, you learn the pinyin for a word, you think you've got it, but when you say it out loud, something just doesn't quite click. It's like you know the letters, but you're missing the music. Well, we're going to fix that right now by totally mastering one simple 4-line conversation.
We're going to kick things off with a question. Now, don't worry about the characters on the screen just yet. For a second, just listen. Seriously, just take a moment and listen to the sound.
So what you just heard was 你会读拼音吗? And all that means is, can you read Pinyin? And that simple question, along with the little conversation that comes after it, that's our key. That's what we're going to use to unlock your pronunciation and get you sounding natural.
Okay, so here it is, the whole conversation. This is our foundation, the raw material we're about to shape into fluent, natural-sounding speech. It might look pretty simple, but trust me, every single syllable here is a lesson just waiting to be learned.
I want you to think of this as a piece of sheet music. Seriously. Over on the left, you've got the characters. Those are your lyrics. And right next to them, you have the pinyin and the tones. That's the melody, the part that tells you how to sing the lyrics. You can see how it flows, right? A question, an answer, an invitation, and then an agreement. This is the little song we're going to get down perfectly.
So, let's talk about that music. Because getting Mandarin right isn't just about saying the right words, it's about saying them with the right melody. And that melody, well, it's all in the tones.
And what's great is that our little dialogue uses all 4 main tones. You've got the first tone, high and flat, like you're holding a note, ping. Then there's the rising second tone, which kind of sounds like you're asking a question, du. Then you've got the famous third tone that dips down and comes back up, like in ni and wo. And finally, that sharp falling fourth tone, hui. Those 4 shapes are the absolute building blocks of the language's melody.
And that, right there, is why Pinyin is your best friend. It's not just some optional pronunciation guide. It is the bridge that lets you go from looking at these beautiful characters to actually speaking them. It completely takes the guesswork out of the tones and gives you a clear map to the right sound every single time.
All right, so we've taken the whole thing apart. Now it's time to put it back together. Because let's be real, the goal isn't just to know this dialogue on paper. It's to be able to actually use it. Let's turn this knowledge into a real usable skill.
And the process is actually really simple, but so effective. Step 1, just listen. Really listen to a native speaker say it until that melody is just stuck in your head. Step 2, read it out loud yourself. Your only job is to be a perfect mimic. Copy the tones, the rhythm, everything. And then, step 3, practice with a partner. This is the magic step where it stops being a script and becomes a real conversation.
But we don't want to just be parrots, right? The real goal is to get past simple memorization and start actually playing with the language to really truly make it our own. And this is where it gets really fun. Role-playing is what takes you from just repeating something to actually creating with it. Once you've got the basic dialogue down cold, start making up your own new, more complex versions. This is what forces your brain to stop translating and to start actively using the words and tones you've learned. It's a huge step towards real fluency.
And this is why tones are absolutely everything. Just look at the pinyin hui. Okay, say it with that sharp falling fourth tone, hui, and it means can, like the character on the left. Now, just change the melody. That's it. Say it with a rising second tone, hui, and boom, suddenly it means to return, like the character on the right. Same letters, different music, completely different meaning. This is why getting the tones right isn't just some minor detail, it's essential.
So you might be wondering, why are we so obsessed with this one tiny dialogue? Well, it's not actually about the dialogue itself. It's about the powerful principle behind the practice.
See, this method works because it builds muscle memory for tones right into your brain. It creates this rock-solid connection between the pinyin you see and the sounds you make. It gives your confidence a massive boost. And maybe the most important thing is, it gives you a reusable template, a blueprint for mastering any new phrase you come across.
And really, that brings us to the whole point of this. The goal was never just to memorize 4 lines of text. It was to learn how to use your tools, the pinyin and the tones, in a real, living, breathing conversation.
This whole dialogue, once you get the hang of it, takes maybe 5 seconds to say. But the skills you build by mastering it, those are going to last a lifetime. So I guess the only question left is, what 5-second conversation are you going to master next?